Here we go, everybody. A final consideration here for Chapter 2 we can find on page 71. It is what is known as a named constant or a literal constant. What happens when I have a value that I do not want to change over the course of an entire program? So whether or not it's a small program or a large program, it doesn't matter. There are certain values I don't want to change. Whether or not we like to think that every year feels longer than the previous one. The fact is that the calendar year remains the same as the previous one. Months in the year, for example, is a good named constant. There is no way I want, either on purpose or on accident, to assign a value of anything other than 12 to months of the year. I don't want anything more than 60 seconds in a minute or 60 minutes in an hour. These are things that aren't going to change. The value of pi is something I don't want to have, rounded up or down or changed in any way, shape, or form. These all make really good cases for a named constant. And essentially what that means is that at compile time, that number is going to be locked in place, set in stone, and not going to be something that is changed by you or the user or anybody else. So how is it that I show that? At the very, very bottom there of page 71, you see const, C-O-N-S-T. That is that constant. A constant can be a character, an integer, a double, a float, any of those variable types we've been talking about here to date. So I would have constant int calendar months equals 12. So that means that no matter how many times Homer Simpson is responsible for having the calendars printed, there will be no lousy smarch weather because we have January, February, March, and no mistakes in between. This really becomes a useful thing for you to use when it is that you don't want something changed. If I don't want tax rate to ever be changed, I'm going to leave that as a constant double or a constant float, for example. If I don't want the seconds in a minute to ever change, I'm going to leave that as a constant integer 60 for seconds in minute or what have you. So this we can see here is really just a footnote here in Chapter 2, but really it is a valuable tool for you as a developer. It assures that through errant programming or accidental assignment that in no way, shape, or form are you able to change something that has a dense and colossal importance to you in the way of the overall program design.